Well, I was born into a family where with a lot of strong-minded women, I guess, and a family of all girls, and so I think that we all have, what I would consider to be very strong work ethics. The idea of accomplishing things. I worked in the summers all the way through, once I was of age in high school, all the way through college at a woolen mill. As the day went on, your skin got coated by all these little wool fibers that itched, and so it was a very strong incentive to continue your schooling. Because you could not envision yourself doing that the rest of your life. When I chose medicine as a career, which I did relatively late at the beginning of my junior year of college, it was because I like to learn, I like to solve complex problems, and I like to sort of take care of people and make things better. But I grew to love the University of Wisconsin. I stayed there and did my medical school there. And then I wanted to be a primary care general internist. And I came to Peoria to interview for residency, and I've been here ever since. I mean, being regional dean was never particularly an aspiration of mine, but it just sort of evolved over time. I like to think of teaching as sort of, ripples in a pond, so that you have an impact on the people around you, and then they go out and teach others, and they go out and teach others. Today, there's a large number of individuals here that I was one of their teachers, one of many of their teachers. If you looked at the primary care providers in Peoria, somewhere around 60% of them, this would be your OB, family medicine, med peds, pediatrics, general medicine, trained in the University of Illinois here in Peoria. So we have done a very effective job of impacting healthcare because of who we train. Mentoring is critically important, and I've made a particular effort, I think, to mentor women within my career discipline, because I became a physician around the time that there were becoming more women, but they were relatively rare. Now about 50% or so of our students are women. And so I think that sometimes they want people that can feel comfortable talking about how do you balance your home life and your family, how do you make those decisions, how do you handle it if you feel like you're being discriminated against. Sometimes those are things they're more comfortable talking about with another woman. And my sort of mission is the medical school mission, and the medical school's mission statement is lead collaboration to improve health. And so medicine is a business. We have a large budget that we deal with. You have to be solvent. You have to figure out how you're going to move ahead. You have to do strategic planning. You have to do role modeling. You have to nurture those younger than yourselves so that they learn how to take on new roles, and so you can assess who's going to have leadership skills. So I think all those things make medicine a business. It's just that medicine, it has this sense of mission as well. If you were a successful business and you didn't educate, you didn't take care of patients, then you're really not fulfilling your job in terms of a medical school. I guess I measure that by what you've gotten done. That if you have goals and objectives, can you pull people together to be able to reach that? And to be able to accomplish those things. So whether it's starting a new fellowship, starting a new program, helping the fiscal sustainability of the school, how do you pull people together to do that? I think recruitment is another measure of success. How well you do is largely dependent on who you find that can sort of share your passions and help you get there. So I might think recruitment's another measure of success. In your home life, you want your family to do well and have a strong sense of connection to each other. And so those are measures of success. In terms of advice for the next generation, I think that it's all about finding something you feel passionate about, something that you feel is very valuable, that you want to accomplish, and then making sure that you have the skills to meet those goals. So, you have to work hard, you have to have persistence, you have to understand what it takes to do a good job with that. But I think that on top of that, you have to feel like it has value, that it's important to you, to your community. At the end of the day, a paycheck is a very important thing, and everybody needs one. But to have joy in your work, to feel like it's important to get up in the morning and go there, to want to think about it when you're off hours, those things mean that you feel passionately about accomplishing something. And so I don't think that it has to be that you have the highest paying job. I don't think you should aspire to a particular position. What you should think about is, what do I want to get done? What do I want to make happen? And how can I feel fulfilled doing that? And at the same time, get that paycheck that my family needs. Because I think that will bring you the most joy.